So a woman comes home from work and she comes pulling into her driveway, and she gets out and she looks and she's got a flat tire. So this upsets her, so she goes to go inside, and well, as soon as she goes to go up the steps, the railing falls off the steps. She shakes her head and walks inside. Sure enough, there sits her husband in his recliner, and she goes, "Hey, I have a flat tire on the car." And he leans back and looks at her and goes, "Do I look like a fucking mechanic to you?" Well, this kind of upsets her, so she takes off walking, gets about halfway to the kitchen, turns around and says, "Oh, and the railing fell off the steps." And he cracks open a beer, takes a sip, and looks at her and goes, "Do I look like a fucking carpenter to you?" So upset, she walks into the kitchen, mumbles a few things under her breath, opens up the cabinet, gets herself a glass out, goes over to the sink, get her something to drink. She turns on the sink and nothing comes out. She goes, "And the sink's broke too." And he takes a couple sips off his beer and leans forward in his recliner and goes, "Do I look like a fucking plumber to you?" So upset, she just ends up going to bed. Next day, the husband comes home from work. He gets out of his truck and he looks, and there's a brand new tire on her car. So he's like, "Whoa!" And he looks at the steps, and sure enough, there's a brand new railing on it. So he's like, "What the hell?" So he walks inside, and she's standing at the sink doing some dishes, and he's like, Did you hire somebody to do all this? Did you hire some people to fix all this?" And she's like, "Oh, no. The new neighbor across the street, Frank, came over and said I could either bake him a homemade pie, or I could have sex with him, and he'd fix all those problems." And husband stood there for a second. He's like, "Well, what kind of pie did you bake him?" And the wife turns the faucet off and looks at her husband and goes, "Do I look like fucking Betty Crocker to you?"